Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
You here? We here? We here? Let's get it, y'all. Lunch crew, come on in here. We about to
You got
talk
us
it
in the
up.
jazz zone, huh?
Yeah, man. Hey, this is the lunchtime crowd,
That's how
baby.
we do it. Okay.
Coming in with the vibe.
You got the vibes going this morning,
Hey, we got
baby.
the vibe. While we waiting for everybody to come on in here. Not Dreamer, Amy. It's lunchtime. We got G Money.
Yes, sir.
G Money in the building, y'all. Lauren, what's up? Shauna. The lunch crew is piling in. Come in, come on, come on. We got some shit to talk about. It's hump day, baby. Hey, Mini Me. Demita. Hey, I appreciate that article you sent me, Demita. I'm gonna do a deep dive on it in a couple days. Everybody come on in here. It's lunchtime. Yeah, Shauna, we coming up. We got enough subscriptions. We got a little background music now. And as y'all come in, we gonna get started here. Happy motherfucking hump day. Greg, what you been up to, man?
Man, just, gymming it, watering it, just trying to live a clean life, baby. That's it.
Okay. Sound good. Same here. We gotta keep on our them healthy minerals. I like them joints, them little healthy mineral joints that I told you about.
I see you keeping them to yourself. You ain't.
Yeah, because I want to get about 2 weeks in. I want to make sure I don't end up with a big.
You won't be
end up with some
around
big crazy looking thing, and I done told everybody to mess with it. Yeah, I like sea moss. Yeah, sea moss, the sea moss type of vibe. Man, everything is getting recalled, ain't it, Greg?
Yeah, man, it's crazy out here in the world, right?
Yeah. This the Diddy between. Hey, look, did you see the dead feds? They got a March 17th date. The Diddy boy, they about to throw more charges or more allegations, and they got 50 witnesses, flight records, and all 50 witnesses, flight records. Oh, and surveillance footage. That they about to present for new shit for Diddy.
Diddy ain't going. He ain't about to escape this one, bro. This is it's lights out, man. Diddy might as well figure out what cell he gonna be in at the Fed prison and get to it, bro. Cause ain't no coming back. It's just too much, bro. It's too much. Too much.
Yeah. Way too much, man. A lot of crazy things, man, going on in the news, but we gonna pick up.
Do you
right?
You know what I was thinking about, bro?
What?
Okay, so Diddy now, I mean, this is very far-fetched because he would probably get hung on the stake if Trump did pardon Diddy. But what if Diddy tried to slide Trump the 50 million that he was trying to give to the courts? You think Trump would take it and give him the pass?
Hey, shit. Hey, look, Trump got so much money coming at him because of his position going on right now with Elon Musk right next to him. I honestly don't. I don't think 50 million is even on Trump's radar right now. I think he playing in them billions.
Yeah, I think he playing in the billions too, but I don't think nobody would turn 50 million down if they could get it and it be not controversial. I think that.
All right, so there you go.
Right. I
That
think
sound
that would
good.
be
It sound good until you said until it not be controversial. Then it
right.
sound like 50 million. Look, you got the world in your hand if you Trump right now. You got all the Congress, everybody on lock. You got Elon Musk. Whether you love him or hate him, Trump doing his thing right now. As far as whatever the fuck he want to do, he doing it. You gonna throw that all the way for Diddy for 50 million from Diddy to risk that? Cause ain't nobody standing with Diddy. So he pardoned Diddy. He gonna lose MAGA.
What if he did it after it was time for him to go though?
Oh yeah, he could do that. I mean, Diddy would have been undid about what
4 years, 3
4
years.
years. Yeah, because he already in. He'd been undid 4 or 5 years. I could see him doing that, but I could also see him not. But after 4 or 5 years, people wouldn't even be as mad as Diddy. And I'm talking about the general public. They'll be on to the new story.
It depends, though. Depends on what's going to come out in court. Because if he did a quarter of all the things that they're saying he did and they can prove it in court, I think he'll be untouchable. I don't even think Trump would even want to even be a part of what could potentially come out in court and what's on Diddy's jacket. I think at that point, Trump would be like, man, can't touch it. Like Hammer, can't touch that.
Yeah, for real. And he done. Like Diddy, his name ain't Diddy. His name is He Did.
He did
it. Fast Diddy. Did he do it? No. He did. Meaning when I say he did, I mean he got so many cases that's so borderline. Even if they borderline, I'm saying like he got just too much shit, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's the perfect example of when you got money and power since you fucking basically a kid with no accountability. And you got issues. He became a millionaire. I think he was 19 damn near when he first touched his first M off all this stuff. 19 or 20. And if you're a sexual deviant and you've been that since the 90s, if all this shit is true or even half of it's true, that's what the word on the street is. If you've been doing that all that time, bruh, and now you in 2025 and you locked up and the feds is looking at everybody and every person you done come in contact with for the last 30, 40 years just to build a case, he done, bro. Like really, like he really just done. And it ain't even like, when we first was saying it, it was just kind of like opinionated and it's just like, whatever. But at this point, I don't see him coming back from this, bro.
And listen, he did dirt against common people, right? A lot of dirt, right? But he also, from the looks of it, the powers to be, he done did dirt to.
Exactly.
And once you did dirt to the powers to be, ain't no turning back from that because they don't forget.
Ain't nobody touching. Yeah, look, ain't nobody touching Diddy. For them points you just made. You can't fuck up your name with the people and fuck up your name with the elites.
Right.
Because that's all this world made up of. People, the regular people like us and the elites. That's what really make up the whole world. And Diddy done fucked up with all of them. That's why nobody want to touch him. Yeah, what's the point in touching them? You know what I mean? Like what besides? And bruh, Diddy's money, nigga, that 50 million was a house and all type of other stuff, man. Trump ain't dealing with that. Trump want cash. Diddy trying to put all type of shit together for that 50 million. And the way he's spending and more cases coming, man, Diddy pockets ain't right, bro. I'm just being honest. I'm telling you, Diddy pockets ain't right. Diddy trying to sue people now.
Wow.
You see that?
Man,
Diddy breaking news. Diddy is suing NBC for $100 million.
For what? For reporting what everybody else is reporting?
Yep. That documentary.
Oh.
This is from the Business Insider, the entertainment section. Diddy files $100 million lawsuit against NBC. Check this out, Greg, because I want your take on this. I'm gonna go ahead and go through this article with y'all. Check this out, chat. Sean Diddy Combs has filed a defamation lawsuit against NBC Universal over the media company's recent documentary, Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy. You remember we covered that in detail. The lawsuit filed in New York State Court on Wednesday accuses NBC of airing falsehoods, including that Combs sexually assaulted minors. Combs also says the documentary maliciously accuses him of murdering Kim Porter. In the documentary, defendants accuse Mr. Combs of horrible crimes, including serial murder and sexual assault of minors. Knowing that there is not a shred of evidence to support them. This is what the lawsuit says. Representatives for NBC Universal didn't immediately return a request for comment. And basically, they end up saying, as described in today's lawsuit, NBC Universal Media made a conscious decision. Oh, okay, no, I'm sorry, y'all. This is actually the defense that said this. Diddy's defense defender, lawyer. As described in today's lawsuit, NBC Universal made a conscious decision to line their pockets at the expense of truth, decency, and basic standards of professionalism and journalism. Combs' attorney, Erica Wolf, said in the statement, grossly exploited the trust of their audience, racing to outdo their competition for the most salacious Diddy expose. What's your thoughts, Greg?
What else can he say? You know what I'm saying? The truth hurts a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're talking about, you know, this big of a situation where, you know, of course he's gonna say defamation, right? But you know, when I understand and know that it can't be too big of a deal when a conglomerate like NBC doesn't make a broader statement about the lawsuit against them, then to me that's telling me they like kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
That's what,
like I say, Greg. They told them to kick rocks with flip flops with no socks.
Right.
Tearing them toes up. Yeah, I agree with you totally. Go ahead, Greg.
And I just think it's sad, man, that, you know, Diddy has found himself in this position, and anything that he does to try to say that he's a victim, it makes it even worse for him, man. To me, you know what I'm saying? No, you're not a victim, bro.
Not, hey, Greg, not just to you, to everybody, except Diddy, and if your last name Combs,
right?
If you ain't, yeah. And so also, Greg, now Dreamer make a great point that I was actually about to make a similar point. That's what got him in this mess, suing them. Liquor elites. He got greedy and wanted more power. Basically, he forgot what his color was and who he came for. Shaking my damn head. He lost his damn mind. That's a no filter special right there. But that shit true. See, this is how y'all know it's bad for Diddy. Check this out, Greg. This is how you know it's bad for Diddy, right? You already behind bars. You all know that he don't have no other place to turn, because what good can come out of, first of all, defamation? A place like NBC, they know exactly what the fuck they can put out, man. They've been doing this shit for a million years. First of all, so that's just common sense. But let's forget that. NBC, you suing them for $100 million, you giving them bad press. Now What's that gonna do to their coverage of Diddy? Oh, they gonna really make sure that they put out whatever the fuck can fuck up Diddy's case. So just like Nadreema said, he only making it worse by pissing off another elite. Think about it. Whoever run NBC, they ain't no Diddy fan right now. Even though they know they can, there's no grounds for this, it still pisses people off.
You know they're not a fan. They cleared and aired the interview, the documentary. So you know they're not a fan. You know, and you're talking about one of the biggest powerhouses in entertainment history. You know what I'm saying? So if you pissing them off, you send up $100 million lawsuit to them, they like, okay, let me call my friend over at so-and-so and so-and-so.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Greg. Because that's the part of it that I forgot to mention was all they friends. Thank you, Greg.
Right.
Because now you not only got NBC, like fuck you. Now you got all the NBC's pals, and guess what? All the NBC's pals is pretty much all the media.
Right.
They might bicker and fight amongst, like in the public. They might say CNN is better than NBC, and NBC is better, you know, Fox and all that. But behind the scenes, they all getting money and they all cool. And Diddy, but what it's given is desperation. He desperate for the money, and he desperate to try to stop the next person from making these documentaries.
Throwing shit up against the wall, hoping it stick, bro.
That's what his attorney. Him and his attorney, Greg, have been doing that since the beginning. And I've called this out, and that's why I like my followers been following me since the beginning. I've been covering this Diddy trial. I've been covering this Diddy trial for a year and almost 3 months. I've been covering it for a year and 3 months. This Diddy case, this Diddy story. Trial came later. But I started covering this Diddy story about a year and 3 months ago. And I said at the fucking beginning that these lawyers terrible, and they are. And I'm gonna tell you why they're terrible. They're not really terrible. They can actually do a better job, but they can't do their job because Diddy is a narcissist and a control freak that won't allow anybody to do their job. So you know how it go, Greg. You're a professional. You'll give your professional expertise. But if you got a motherfucker that think they know better, and you just charging them, and you get to a point where you just be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do what you want me to do," and that's what's going on.
And let you see for yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you see for yourself. These lawyers could do a better job, but 80% of what they're doing is shit Diddy telling them to do. That's why they immediately tried to run a black man being taken down route. Now, see, that can work if it's true, but Diddy trying to use that with 99% of the people who been victimized by you are black themselves. So that taking a black man down don't read. But I say all that to say, when you see lawyers, quote unquote, throwing up anything against the wall to see what will stick, that means they are listening to their client. And their client is paying them big dollars, and he is a very controlling ass person. So he is orchestrating this, I guarantee you.
Yeah, I agree, bro. And you know who gotta be kind of happy, although his ass in trouble too?
Who?
Jay-Z. You know who probably can't wait to make more than anybody? It's got to be Jay-Z. Like, please hurry up and get to the trial so this spotlight can get off of me, because he know once the trial begins in May, ain't nobody gonna be thinking about nobody unless a lot of the things that comes out in court has his name on it too, being a part of all this craziness, which is a very good possibility that could be the case. But he's got to be like, I can't wait to May. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's gonna be all about Diddy, and who knows who getting dragged into this shit. That's the thing that we don't know, and we really anticipating and waiting for it. It's gonna be some big names. Like, for example, I can't think of her name, but there's a African American woman who is a high music exec. I cannot think of her name. I'm gonna have to do some research to get her name, but it's like one of the top dogs, and she run it. Somebody, and she's very professional, very well respected. When all this stuff was going down in the early stages, when I've been covering this so long that it's stuff that happened that most of the media people and even the YouTubers and bloggers, most of them got on board with this Diddy shit, like probably at least 3 months after me. But there's a lot of shit that went on ahead of that people ain't remembering. And the thing is, Diddy has been trying to deflect, which normally worked for him. That shit ain't working no more, Greg.
Yeah. I mean, because you got to think about it. When you somebody as powerful as Diddy, when you get in trouble, the power in your mind, the power don't go away. You know what I'm saying? You still think that you're powerful until you had to sit your ass down for month after month. The trick you try to play don't work after trick you try to play don't work. You know, if you constantly start to see that, oh shit, I'm not as powerful as I thought I once was, then that's when the actual problems in your mind begin. You know, that's when you got to start facing that reality. And I think Diddy, for the first couple months, he still thought, I could probably get out of this shit. Until the first bail, 50 million. No. Second bail, 50 million. No. At that point, I think is when he was like, oh shit, it ain't gonna work this time. And here we are.
Here we are.
2 documentaries later, trial coming up, multiple people still suing. You know what I'm saying? All that power just slowly but surely seeped up out of his little body. And now he at the point that he's at right now, bro. And I think he knows it ain't no coming back. It's done.
Right. Oh, yeah. Ain't no coming back, bro. They got him dead to rights, and they not playing with him. You know what I mean? It's too much money. They done spent too much money on the case. They have put too much work in, and it's too much in the public eye. And like I said, you know, it's one thing when you being sued or on trial for some money shit, but when you on trial and the word is you've been doing stuff with underage and you've been just using your money and power to just dog walk women and children and some men too, they ain't letting that go, bro. Especially once they put all these resources into it. Because if they put all these resources into it and don't get the job done, it'll be about 100 at least high up jobs who will be fired behind this. Oh, you know what I mean? It's too much resources.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. You know, and it's too many. Once again, it's too many entities that is a part of the less than 1% that he's then, you know, tried to manipulate or tarnish in some kind of way. They don't forget. We're people, we ain't even got millions, right? And if somebody does something to us that's, you know, below board, man, it's hard to forget that, bro. So these people ain't forgetting because you're trying to stop their bottom line, their generational wealth, their kids' trust funds. You ain't that special, bruh. So we'll show you better than we can tell you.
Exactly. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. They showing them, not dreaming, like she said. Suing that liquor company. It was a perfect storm of everything. He sued that liquor company. And see, this is why I say this is Diddy calling shots. If y'all remember when he sued that liquor company, you see what the reason was. First, he was going back and forth with them, and they had a little negotiating going on, right? But then this is when it got dirty. When Diddy put out there that they are basically against black people, don't want to push the same liquor that he got, that he, like the Ciroc and the other shit he had. He used that. First thing he did was he said, y'all not giving y'all not supporting the black whatever. So they used race on them. And once he went and used race, it's kind of like Dirty Pool. He had made $1 billion with them. You know what I'm saying? He had made $1 billion with them, basically, like over the whole partnership. And when he threw race in there, it was like they said, okay, so as you going, because they know that's effective, especially what Diddy's name was at that time. And so they said, okay, you're going to use Dirty Pool, then we're going to get with you on Dirty Pool. But at the same time, Cassie had been trying to hold Diddy accountable for like damn near the whole year of 2023 before it finally happened. But when Diddy turned his complete back and really took it to that liquor company and went to use the race card and made it war, what he did was he gave Cassie the support that she needed to come out, because now it's not just her. You got the liquor company behind the scenes helping you out, whether that's from helping you financially, whether that's just helping you with contacts, or whether that's just helping you with giving another large voice who's screaming that this Diddy ain't shit. And I peeped and saw all of that coming before Cassie went with the final $30 million lawsuit, which is why when it came, I was the first reporter to bring it to everybody, because I knew it was something to it immediately. Where at that time, most people were like, oh man, Cassie ain't about to get no money, man. Diddy control Diddy untouchable. That was the word. But see, I had followed the liquor shit. I had followed Cassie. I had followed all of that before all that happened. So when Cassie finally came and was about to pull the trigger and saying like, look, I'm suing and blah, blah, blah. Like, she had been playing with Diddy the whole year. Diddy had just been pushing her off, even up to the point fact when he was on that, getting the Lifetime Achievement Award from BET or whoever that was. And when he said, shout out to Cassie for holding me down in the dark times, he was trolling her then. Because she'd been trying to get that lawsuit. She'd been trying to get Diddy to pay off or do whatever she needed him to do for her to move on from all the crazy shit he did to her. And then once the liquor got behind it and she had more backing, I'm telling you, that's when she came with the final, I'm doing this or I'm going there. And once Diddy knew what was going on, he tried to pay that $30 million at that time, but it was too late.
Guess what, bro? And people forget, people may not even be paying attention. Cassie know the same people Diddy know.
Exactly.
She know the executives from the liquor. She was in the room. She might have been, it might have even been some potential freak offs allegedly going on, with some of those individuals. So Cassie know the same people. So they know that. They like, oh, we know who to contact.
Yeah. We'll get the ball rolling.
Yeah, we know
Yeah, you know
how.
they said, Cassie, don't worry, we'll get the ball rolling.
Yeah, we know you ain't living the same kind of lifestyle you used to live when you was with him. But hey, don't worry about it. We got you.
We got you. And that's
Do what
exactly
we
what
need
happened.
you to do, and you can ride off into the sun and not even have to think about this MFR again. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
And once that ball got rolling, Greg, it was over.
Yeah, it was
You know
over.
what I mean? Like it was no turning back. And then that's when we get to the point of what you spoke on about Diddy thinking he still had the power. And he didn't. And they start piling them on, and lawsuits start coming left and right out of nowhere. Boom, another one. Boom, another one. Boom, another one. We got 120 of them. And at that point, you R. Kelly, you part two. The floodgates have been officially opened. And that's why we right here today of waiting, man. We 120 days away, maybe about 100 days away. That trial about to start.
I'm gonna stock up on my popcorn, bro. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie.
It's gonna be a movie. Matter of fact, hey, look, I might have to get the nachos and the cheese with the jalapeno.
Right.
That's what. Hey, look, when I'm going to see a blockbuster, that's when I get the nachos with the cheese, and I pile up so many jalapenos on there, you don't even see the nachos. Ain't nobody gonna ask me for my shit.
Right. The thing about federal court, which I don't know if this is going to be the case, you know, they can't have cameras in there.
Right.
So it's going to be a lot of sideline reporting during the whole trial. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't going to be able to really see, you know what I mean? Like the OJ trial. You know,
right.
We're not going to be able to have those kind of antics where we can, you know, follow it like that. It's going to be more of sideline reporting, and we have our people that we get the information from, so we can report it back to the masses. So it's going to be interesting, man.
Now don't get it wrong, y'all. Me and Greg gonna try to get up in that court. Hey, we've been known to do
quiet as kept.
Quiet as kept. Y'all don't know me and Greg's history. We'll talk about that another day. But me and Greg, we will call the mayor or the president straight to their phone if we need to about our little problem. Oh yeah. We're gonna put the fund together, Greg. We're gonna put the community. Hey, if y'all want us to go on site, we're gonna put a little fund together to help us, a little GoFundMe. Me and Greg will take our ass right out there to the Justice Center, and we will sneak our way in there. I'm telling you, Greg, tell them me and you, we done got to in all type of shit done we wasn't supposed to get done just by working our hand.
Absolutely, it's like, as you can probably tell, we have no fear, and it's not just here; it's that way in our everyday walks of life. So we're trying to tell the story. We're trying to be as accurate as we could possibly be. So what better way to do it than to actually be in a courtroom?
Hell yeah. That nigga Diddy will look at me like, I'm waiting for you to come.
We might have to put mask on and everything.
Yeah, we might have to put mask on. Hey, look, we might have to put a mask on.
Yeah,
I might have to come in here with my bandana over my face. But but on some serious shit, don't be surprised if me and Greg be out there in New York covering this trial up close and personal. Bringing our show, bringing these same shows to you straight from the court.
Man, I seen some stuff jumping off in the chat. Russell Simmons and Oprah, some more big dogs that has to put. I ain't seen Oprah be this quiet ever.
Oh man.
What?
Oprah's so quiet. You could hear a cat piss on cotton if you listen.
Man, bro. Oprah, the mouth of the South,
That is a
ain't got
great
nothing
point.
to say.
Oprah, the chat wants to know. You've been talking for 50 years. You ain't shut up in 50 years. Now you gonna shut up. And you've been Miss Women's Rights. Oprah was Me Too before Me Too.
What?
And you ain't speaking on this?
Not anything, bro. And I didn't know it was a doc in the making about Russell Simmons. Because to be honest with you, man, Russell is the godfather of all this shit. You know what I'm saying? He was the one who actually, had the success first. He was the one who created.
He's the blueprint.
Yeah, he's the blueprint. He created the clothing lines. Was the one who started his own label. All the things that all these guys mimic comes from Russell. So, if they mimic what we can see, you know what I'm saying? They also had to be mimicking what was going on behind the scenes as well.
Mm-hmm. And guess what part Diddy didn't mimic?
Getting the hell up and out of here.
There you go. Take your ass to Bali. Hey, look, take your ass somewhere and fold your legs into a pretzel, like Russell Simmons.
Right.
Hey, Russell got the hell out of Dodge, didn't he? But that was the one part. See, Russell. Hey, look, Russell from that old school era. Old school ain't gonna take no chances. You know what I mean? Old school gonna say, you know what? Let me go and get the fuck up out of here. Diddy came from it. Diddy was still in the mister, thinking everybody is so powerful that couldn't nothing happen. And next thing you know, he stayed. I'm sure Russell Simmons probably told him, hey, Diddler, you need to be over here with me. Or not with me, because I don't want that heat, but you need to find you an island.
Yeah.
He thought he was bigger.
Yep, he told him. Russell, in order for Russell to make a move like that, he had to hear that it was coming down from a credible source.
Oh, that's what he said. Yeah, he did. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
What happened. It was like the minute it was a little smoke, he just said, you know what? Let me get out the country.
Yeah, let me get out the country.
He got the fuck up out of here. Yeah, but like you said, is Kimora gonna get called into this trial? What you think?
I think everybody is going to get some kind of something. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how much power you have, how much money you have, you might not have to be on Front Street. You might could just behind the scenes tell your story and be done with it. But the average person is going to be in that courtroom, bro. Anybody that had anything to do with anything is coming in that courtroom. That's what I think. Yeah. The sons, the mama, the friends, the bodyguards, the artists, they're coming in that courtroom because they seen a lot.
A lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Witnesses. Man, they said this trial could go on for 3-4 years.
You know what, man? I think it definitely has the potential to be a 6 months to a year trial for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then you factor in after the criminal charge, the criminal trial, then you're gonna have to, they're gonna be in them pockets, with the civil.
Right.
So the civil, when you add the civil and how many people is gonna be trying to get money after they find him, because the civil trial is gonna blow up even more if they find him guilty. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, they're going to be able to be like, hey, give me my money. It's already been proven he was guilty. for all these things that I'm saying he did to me.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man.
Well, did you realize how long Thug Thug's trial was? A lot of people don't
Yeah, but you
realize it.
had multiple people involved in the Young Thug trial. I think is why, it took so long. It's just Diddy.
Yeah, well, okay, OJ trial.
Well, OJ trial, it probably lasted about a
Look it up.
year.
Hey, look, like my uncle used to say, you can know exactly what it is. He said, my uncle said the internet put the guy in the bar that just used to, back in the day, used to just throw out all kind of wrong stats. He said, my uncle used to always say, Google put him out of business. Now you could just go exactly and say, how long was the OJ trial? Because that'd be somewhat of a good barometer, of a trial this magnitude. One's federal, this and that. They got differences, but just to grasp when you got a stories on this level, because everybody milking it. Okay, so the OJ trial lasted 8 months.
Yeah, it just started in January, ended January 24th, and it ended October 3rd, 1995.
So let's say if Diddy's just hold hard with that, and then he's been in already. So how long would that be before he even get a verdict? How long would that have put him in prison? Because we talking about the trial, but
a year.
If you in jail, huh?
About a year.
About a year. So if he go from May to because he went in at September. So right. May, June, July, August, September. No, it's longer than that. So it'll be
about a year
and a half or something. Yep.
Yeah, about a year and 6 months.
Yep, about a year and 6 months. So at the best case scenario, if Diddy was to beat this shit, he gonna be in for a year and a half. But like I said, it ain't no way in hell he beating this. Like, if I could think of a way, any possible way, I would tell you. Like, I was thinking, because I'm trying to think, and the only shot he have is if the prosecution did something crazy wrong and they end up dismissing it, which I don't see that happening. But if you just talking about the case and the evidence and the way the wind blowing, I don't see no way possible he beat this shit. What you think?
No, man, he not beating a case, and the prosecution is not going to risk doing anything because they don't have to. They got so much evidence that we don't even know they got. Why would they do anything stupid? They just sitting back waiting until the court date. To be honest,
yeah, they playing chess. Yeah, they ain't never had to make no drastic move.
They probably got a war room full to the ceiling with this or that or videos, and they didn't raided all his computers, got his phones, and talked to millions of people. Man, they got so much evidence on Diddy. They probably trying to figure out like how they're going to, what's going to be the strategy to get all this evidence out to make sure that he don't see the light of day again.
Yeah. Make sure y'all liking the live, y'all. Share it. Make sure y'all share it. Share the live. And before we get out of here, Greg, when we later on, I mean, we got a lot more time, but make sure I want to remind everybody to make sure at the end of it, I want to make sure what we do is whatever you'll take away from the live, put it in the comments of the post. So like when this live over, to y'all in the chat, go on in the comments and just say what you thought about it, or just make some points or whatever. It helps it helps boost our algorithm. We learn in this YouTube thing. But go ahead, Greg. I just want to make sure I didn't forget to say that. I meant to say that, so too. That'll be our reminder at the end.
Right.
But you're right. You hit on all cylinders, bro. Like, this is it.
Man, you know what we didn't talk about, bro?
What?
Tell me one of the Super Bowl commercials that you can remember. just remember how Super Bowl commercials used to be the shit, bro.
Yeah, that's a good
I
point.
can't tell you one Super Bowl commercial.
That used to be what everybody talked about the next day.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't hear nobody talk about not one Super Bowl commercial. Besides, oh no, the only one was Kanye. But that was just like any other day of anybody talking about Kanye. It wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, did you see the Kanye Super Bowl commercial?
And they said they only showed his commercial in certain, media markets. It wasn't even, all media markets. So only a certain group of people.
Oh yeah, so that wasn't a real commercial then. I know it. So it literally no real Super Bowl, because the real Super Bowl commercial is the one heard by everybody, watched by everybody. And right. Yeah, you're right, bro. I ain't never. And when did that happen? Did that happen this year, or has it been the last few years, or what? When did the Super Bowl commercial die?
I think last year, me personally, I think last year was the beginning of the death. You know what I'm saying? Because last year it was we kind of was still in tune with them, but they were so disheartening. I mean, it was a lot of religious commercials that seemed to rub people the wrong way. And then this year, it's like an afterthought. Nobody's saying anything about not a one commercial, not one.
You right, you hit that on the nail on the head, because I didn't even look. It's so bad. And guess what? Y'all know me. I'm a content creator. So even before I knew I was a content creator, I loved the commercial. Like, I was one of the ones who be tuning in to watch the commercials. I like the creativity. I like when companies like Doritos can make a simple ass commercial and make it, historic. I like the big budget ones. I'm really into commercials too. So it's funny that you said that I totally forgot about that element like this year. Like, I didn't even think about the commercials. I ain't thought 2 seconds about no damn Super Bowl commercial. And that's kind of strange.
Yeah, for me, bro. That threw me for a loop. And just imagine, not imagine, but remember how Super Bowl commercial was, it was big business. Because it used to be like for a 30-second or a minute, you had to pay multi-million dollars to get a spot on the Super Bowl. Man, I'm like, what happened to the advertise? I mean, of course, it was still commercials, but it was a thing. I recall vividly that it was a thing about big money when it came to the Super Bowl commercials. That ain't even the case no more.
Now it's a dog and pony show. And it's all about the halftime show now, besides the game. It's like it's went to a level where it's like the halftime show, because you got to think, our attention spans is fucked. Everybody know that at this point. Like, so we ain't got but so much enjoyment in us. Like, so it's like so much. Okay, you got the game, and then you got so much focus on the damn halftime show. It almost like the commercials is afterthought.
Speaking of the halftime, bro, I don't mean to switch subjects, but we ain't even talk about the halftime show, bro.
Okay.
No, we didn't talk about the I mean, you may have talked about it on the mornings, the morning.
Oh, okay. You mean we ain't talked about it on the night on the lunch show? I thought we did. Maybe we didn't.
No, we ain't talking about.
We ain't talked about. Oh, you know what? You right, because I broke it down. I did a whole breakdown on my morning show, but I don't remember what the hell we was talking about then that on the lunch show.
Yeah, we talking about so much other shit, bro. We didn't even make mention of how Kendrick went ahead and put the dirt on the casket.
Because I went in detail about Serena Williams crip walking on Drake's tombstone. Yeah. So I didn't do that we didn't talk about it in the lunch show, but you're right. We definitely, Kendrick did it. And I do got some Kendrick notes. Anyway, it's funny you brought that up because I'm letting people know.
Symbolic.
It was so symbolic. And for those that had mixed reviews, I'm going to explain to y'all why it was mixed reviews and why we love it. See, first of all, Kendrick is one of us. And when I say he's one of us, he is going to always put the culture and his fans first. That's why he got a Pulitzer Prize. That's why he's getting all these Grammys. See, the thing is, you got two things you can do. You got two choices. You can please the masses and water your shit down, or you can stay true to your roots, no matter how big and how you go, and give them and give your fans and give the culture what they've been missing. Who cares about all these billionaires and all that? And so, at me being a Kendrick fan, and I'm speaking on all the Kendrick fans, we loved it. And for those who didn't get it, it wasn't for y'all. And that's why we love Kendrick. He not going to the Super Bowl, and because now I'm on the Super Bowl, I got to do all only the big hits that everybody know and this and that. No, Kendrick is going to go to the Super Bowl, and he going to put on for the culture, and he going to put on for the fans like me who've been bumping his shit since 2011. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we love him. You know what I mean? And see, the people who saying they didn't get it or this or that, Kendrick is talking about y'all. Do you understand that when he had Uncle Sam saying, this ain't what the people want, you being too wild, you doing this, you doing that, Kendrick already mocked the haters before the halftime show was over. That's the genius of him. Y'all want him to do the hits. Y'all want him to do this. Y'all want him to do that. No, he gonna do what he want to do because he busts his ass to get to the Super Bowl. And that's why I love Kendrick Lamar. And that's why his fans will run through a brick wall, because he don't never forget about us. And that's why he say they not like us.
It's his story, bro. And the symbolism was crazy, from the A minor on the chain, the actual note in music, the A minor, the video game stage. And did you see on the stage of the video game, it was an actual prison yard?
Yes.
Bro, that was crazy. Mm-hmm. And then to have two of Drake's exes on there pretty much stomping on his head. Mm-hmm. Brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Sam, man, like you said, that was a good point about Sam, you know, because Sam wanted him to be like how America wants, you know, hip hop to be.
Exactly.
Like, no, it ain't start that way. It ain't gonna be that way.
Right. So check this out, Greg. So this is all you got to do, and to everybody in the chat, this is how genius Kendrick Lamar is. When you hear people loudmouth and complaining about what Kendrick didn't do and what he should have did and how he should have did it, all you got to do is put the Uncle Sam face on that person, and they're going to sound exactly the same.
Yeah.
They're going to sound exactly the same. How y'all gonna tell this man what songs he's supposed to do on his Super Bowl moment that he done worked 20 years on?
It's his story at the end of the day, bro. You can't nobody, that's his point. I'm going to tell my story the way I want to tell it. It ain't nothing anybody's going to be able to do about it. Take that.
Take that. You know what I'm saying? And then saying, and so like Kai Cenat, you know, Kai, I love Kai, but he's just a young dude that sometimes he do a little bit too much, like bashing on us. I think he do a little bit too much of it, but he young and it is what it is. But he said that he was at the Kendrick Lamar thing and that the crowd wasn't fucking with Kendrick Lamar, or that the Super Bowl put in extra crowd noise or whatever. And I want to touch on that. First of all, the NFL gonna put crowd noise and this and that into all their productions. That's what the NFL gonna do anyway. It don't have nothing to do with it's because of sound and the quality of the sound. It ain't trying to add it just for a vibe. So that's one thing. But the next point, you saying that nobody at the Super Bowl, they wasn't fucking with them or they wasn't this or they wasn't that. The Super Bowl ain't no concert crowd. The Super Bowl average ticket is damn near $10,000. The average ticket. Suites going for $750,000 up to $2 million. Is these who Kendrick wrote his songs for? No. So would you expect billionaires, millionaires, the top 3% in the world, if they was jamming to Kendrick Lamar shit, then it wouldn't have been Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick was telling them about themselves.
Right.
His performance was talking to the people who were there, the elites, the people who can afford to pay $20,000 for a Super Bowl ticket. So do you expect them to be in there going crazy? No, that's a concert crowd. And so I just like the opportunity to put that out there because a lot of people, when you don't understand what you're watching, I help you. Because it's really not complicated at all. And
then on the flip side to that, I don't really know, even like you said, he's younger, so he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He probably was running his mouth, blah, 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 excited about what was going on because it was a million photo videos of the crowd during the performance. And I didn't get that they was just sitting on their hands.
Exactly, you know right. That's what I'm saying.
You know, so
they wasn't.
Although some people might not have been reacting because of like what you said, it was a ton of people who was, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And then another thing, 99% of the people talking shit ain't even been to a Kendrick Lamar concert. I've been to plenty of Kendrick Lamar concerts, and I've been to the ones when he was at the height of his career at the House of Blues. You ain't nobody going. We paying attention. See, we like the artistic. Yeah, we gonna get pumped on some of the songs. We gonna dance and this and that. But you gonna catch a lot of people just watching when you watching Kendrick Lamar, bro. Because you watching it for more than the music. You know, you watching it more than just a two-step. You paying attention to what he's saying. You trying to see what he got on. You trying to catch all the hidden messages. You're not in there just going crazy like he Busta Rhymes. So like when people give their critique, I already know you don't know shit about Kendrick Lamar. So your critique can basically be thrown in the trash. Because you ain't even a Kendrick Lamar fan. So how'd you're not even the one to speak on it. Because anybody that's go to Kendrick Lamar concert know that when we go there, we're not going crazy and jumping up and going like we at a keg party. We in there listening.
And if you'd have been listening on Sunday, that's exactly what you would have gotten. A lot of information that you needed to get, you know, based off of what's going on in the world today. Now, if you're going to be simple-minded and not open your mind up to hear what he was saying, then that's one thing. But if you was listening to what Kendrick Lamar was saying, you would have walked away from that Super Bowl halftime and been like, wow. Because that's what I was. I was like, the audacity. You know what I'm saying? For him to have enough nerve to get on how many 135 million tuned in to hear that message, bro. That was probably, to me, as far as a message performance, that had to be the number one Super Bowl performance ever.
Yes. And I can actually put to bed the last criticism was when I keep talking about people were saying they wanted him to perform this hit or that hit or whatever, right? But this is another thing that people don't see the details. People don't really care about details no more. They just run with a take and just talk shit. Me, everything I say, I gotta have some shit to back it up, and I gotta have some shit to back that up. Then I'm comfortable about being loud about something. But this is another point that you're not gonna hear nobody talk about but me on this show. Kendrick Lamar just fulfilled all his obligations to all his past labels and all this. GNX is his shit. So if you're going to perform at the Super Bowl and you got a message, are you going to promote your new songs that you own damn near 100% of? Or are you going to get on that Super Bowl stage and perform your hits that go back to, you got all type of hands in all of them songs when you was basically a slave to the label, like everybody got to go through that. You going to perform all them songs to make everybody else happy? Or you going to perform the songs that you own, that you just dropped, and that also tells your message? See, that's the difference between doing what's best for you and your culture and doing what's best because you're trying to make everybody happy. And that's the difference between Kendrick and Drake. And that's why when they went head to head, Kendrick turned Drake into a clam chowder. Because of that right there. And that's the lesson, not even just in Kendrick, that's a lesson, period. Do what's best for you in your life. Don't worry about, because when you start trying to please everybody else, you're taking away from you. So yeah. So had Kendrick did We Gonna Be All Right and Don't Kill My Vibe and all the songs that all the grandmas and everybody know, yeah, he could have did that. But that would have been what's best for them. What was best for Kendrick was his first album, GNX, that's basically all controlled by him. It's all Kendrick. And he took that and put that on Super Bowl and put all those songs on blast. And he just took not only his career, but the business of Kendrick Lamar and the music he makes and the message he getting out there, he just put it on steroids. The boy a genius, man. And a lot of people can't even understand it because they don't even get that far. They don't even understand the business behind it. Fortunately, I was in the music business. And Greg, we handle business every day, even outside of the media. So, I could look at the business part of it and understand like, oh, that's why he did it too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point, bro. Good point.
So yeah, y'all see, hey, look, Greg, I had something I wanted to get into. Maybe I just say it real quick before we get out of here because the time is now. But before we get out of here, real quick, y'all remember Mini Me was talking about the Telemundo reporter?
Oh yeah, she had cancer, right?
No. The Telemundo reporter who was reporting on the Super Bowl. We still talking about the Super Bowl, so this still on topic. That died a mysterious death, right? How about they are now saying, now this guy went to the Super Bowl. It's a guy, a Spanish guy, went to the Super Bowl to cover the Super Bowl, right? Why are they saying now he was drugged? They was possibly drugged and robbed, and they have the suspect, and the suspect is Danette Colbert. And she is the so-called Bourbon Street hustler, known for meeting up with guys, drugging them, and robbing them. That Telemundo shit is crazy.
So Telemundo, the reporter was a male?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know if y'all can see, but You see that?
Oh,
That
okay.
guy? Yeah, that's him. It's a guy, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow.
and is a woman who's supposed to be known on Bourbon Street. Now they got her for robbery and connection, but now they're investigating. Did she drug him? Did she
So he
slip
was
something in his drink?
tricking?
Did she hit him with the Diddy? Huh?
He was tricking?
That's what that's what they're implying. If they
Allegedly?
saying that's her game,
Oh, wow.
because I think they got footage of her going into the hotel room with him.
Mm.
And so they saying allegedly she drugged him and killed him, and then they actually found his like credit card and some shit on her of his.
Wow.
So that shit is, I don't know if you're looking it up, but y'all check out that article in the New York Post. It's Telemundo Super Bowl reporters Death Probe takes disturbing new turn as previous victim of Bourbon Street hustler comes forward. Now, also, there are more people coming out saying that this lady did that shit to them in New Orleans.
Wow.
Your final thoughts, Greg?
Well, I'm just looking at what Shauna just said, so it makes the story even sadder.
Okay, go ahead.
2 kids, and he just lost his wife from a car accident. You know,
so them kids ain't got no parents, right?
They have no parents now, bro. That's crazy. Crazy sad.
I hate hearing shit like that.
Yeah, man.
And then you got this person, because they don't just want to work and they just want to take. So you kill a motherfucker for maybe $400-$500, maybe you got out the ATM, whatever. I don't know. You know, whatever you got wasn't shit. And you done took a whole parent away from children who already were down to one parent.
You know, that's a lesson of you never really know. You may have interaction with someone, but you never know their story. You never know. So you don't know what you could potentially be doing to somebody when you do, you know, things of this nature. I'm pretty sure he wasn't in the room saying my wife just was in a car accident, died. I got 2 daughters. He wasn't saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, man, that's just too much, man. That's too much.
Well, let's keep on some awareness on that story so it could be justice. I mean, you know, once bullshit happened, the only thing we can do is bring awareness, and hopefully justice will come. And that's the only thing we can do for those children, is to honor their father and help them get justice, because that's some bullshit, and that pisses me off, Greg. Like, and that's what I'll be saying about people who just lazy, don't want to work hard, and then you want to go up here over somebody who actually working hard and fuck their whole life up and their kids. That's just foul, bro.
Yeah.
So thanks, Mini-Me, for even bringing that to us yesterday. I told you I was gonna look into it. You know, I love this, man. When you give me a good story, I'm gonna dig into it, and that definitely was one that needs to be put out here. I appreciate everybody. Let's get them wee outs in the chat. Make sure y'all and this is for every episode. We about to blow this out the water like we blow out all the other apps. Make sure after every episode, go in the comments and just give y'all a take of whatever we talked about or something. But let's have a routine where when we close out, we go make sure the comments in the comment section, not in the chat, the comment section on the video, let's fill those up too. Other than that, y'all, we doing a great job. Show's growing. I appreciate y'all. I look forward to every show, man. I look forward to the morning show. I look forward to the lunch show every day. Like, I'm already can't wait for the morning show tomorrow and to see y'all tomorrow. Appreciate y'all. And we are